What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Waggy2709 here. I am back again with a brand new video. Today I am talking about why VERO didn't make it. Now, for those of you who are, maybe you don't know anything about VERO, or maybe you heard of VERO but you didn't know what it was about or why a lot of people didn't like it, and then blah blah blah. I'm just going to quickly go over that. Basically, VERO wants to be the next big social media hit. It wants to be the new social media network. It wants to replace your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, everything. It wants to just replace the lot with just VERO. This what it was basically, and it did this by promising a lot of different aspects that some people are annoyed with other social media networks. It promised not to do these, such as no advertisements, no algorithms, so everything will be in chronological order, which is a big thing for Instagram and Twitter right now. And then also they wouldn't be selling user data to third-party companies, which apparently some others do. I don't know, but that was one of the big things. So those three big things is what drove a lot of people to try it. But on top of that, it also has some other features, such as being able to choose who you share your posts with. Basically, when you become friends or follow someone on VERO, there's, I believe, 3 or 4 different levels that you can be. You can be like a super close friend where you will see literally every single post, or you can be just like basically, or just follow them, which is the last section. And then when you post something, you can choose between these 4 levels who gets to see it. So if you post something very personal, you might say only my close friends can see this. If you just post a random picture from the day and it's just a random selfie, you can click on everyone, and then everyone who's your close friend, your friend, acquaintance, I believe, and then following, all 4 levels of them people will be able to see that one post. It's quite a good idea in some aspects, especially if you've got a lot of people on it. But that's another reason why some people went there. Now, the reason why it kind of collapsed on itself was basically to do with the CEO, I believe, of VERO. Basically the man who's coming with all the money for VERO, because end of the day, they're having no ads, they're not selling you data, they're not doing anything. How do they make money? They've got to have a big rich guy there to fund it. So the guy who pays for it all, basically, is I forgot his name, but he's a gentleman who run a construction company in the Middle East, and it was one of the biggest ones in his country, and basically he ran that into debt, and not only that, through running into debt, also didn't pay his staff for like months on end, and he was like millions and millions in debt. All this bad stuff came out, but there was also a lot of bad reporting on it, in terms of some people just hearing that and then not hearing all the others. Apparently he was running into debt because the government wasn't paying the contracts on time. He left before it really went completely collapsed on itself, before it went completely bad. Apparently he already left and said he didn't want to work there because they weren't getting the money off the government, blah blah blah, whatever. That's his reasoning behind why that happened, and that's a big factor on why a lot of people didn't trust it. Another one is apparently some people had a problem with the fact that it was a group of Russians that run it, that do all the coding and stuff for it. I don't think that's much of a problem. You can't stereotype every single Russian, just so what if it's a group of Russians. But that's one of the reasons why people didn't like it. And another reason was quite simply because it didn't work at first. I think it blew up a lot quicker. Well, a lot of things that people don't understand is that VERO's been available for, I think, about 2 years. It's just been there, and then it blew up all of a sudden in this past 2 months. And quite frankly, a lot more people signed up for it than they were ever going to expect, and that it just caught them off guard. And in catching them off guard, it ran into, obviously, its problems. They didn't upgrade the servers nearly quick enough, so that when people were trying to get on, they simply couldn't get on. People couldn't post when they could get on, or It would run very, very slow, etc. There's a lot of things wrong with it that put a lot of people off. And then all this came out about the CEO and how dodgy it sounds. And that all added up, and then people tried to think, stuff it, I can't be bothered, I'm just going to stick to Twitter and Instagram. I was going to delete my profile, blah, blah. And then that's when they ran into another problem. I don't understand why this occurred. But when you tried to delete your profile, which is kind of hidden in itself in their own little settings bit, but when you try to delete it, you click on delete profile, and then it comes up with saying something like you have sent a request to delete your profile, which is very strange because obviously anyone would expect that if you say delete your profile, it's like, yeah, fine, done, deleted, or fine, it's done, but you can go back in 30 days and you can keep it. I think Facebook and Twitter do that when you delete their account. If you log back in, it'll bring it back up for you all fine and carry on as normal. But no, this just said you requested to delete your profile. And a couple of big YouTubers did that. I think iJustine did that. I think she was one of the main ones that really got the word out that you just couldn't straight up just delete your profile. And I think it took her about a week, actually. I think she requested to delete it, and then I think about a week later, something like that, give or take a couple of days, when she finally tweeted out, I finally got confirmation that it's been deleted. So it's a bit strange. They did reply to some of these by saying, oh, we want to change that in an update, blah, blah, blah. They have upgraded the servers, but it's still a bit touchy at times. At first, when they first said they upgraded the servers, it was working great. I'd be able to get on straight away, whereas before I had struggled to get on. Whereas now it's going to be struggling again, so I don't know whether they've upgraded the servers and then a lot of people have come off it, so they've took some of the servers down, I don't know. But not only that, another thing as well where they kind of messed up is that they announced that the first 1 million users would get VERO for life, which sounds great, but obviously that then implies that everyone above that 1 million users would have to pay in some way. Now, because obviously I had no advertisements or any other form of them making money, this is obviously how they were going to make money, which is fair enough because end of the day it costs a lot to run a social network. You need to make money. Maybe monthly payments might be a good thing if the thing's good enough to pay for. Apparently, the only price I've ever seen tossed about by a few people is what someone else heard. For life of me, I can't remember. I think it was just someone that someone else had liked on Twitter, so it came up on my Twitter feed. But apparently they're going to charge £20 a month, which is ridiculous. So I don't think they would have. But, it's that sort of unprepared. It's just how unprepared they were to hit 1 million, which I feel bad for them in some sense because obviously it did just blow up out of nowhere. But yeah, kind of messed up. They even said that we've not got this in place for the monthly payment thing. So he said everyone who now signs up will still get the free VERO for life. And I think last time I heard from them, last time they tweeted out anyway, they said that they had 3.5 million users on VERO now. So they're going well above that initial 1 million users. So now they're at 3.5 million apparently, and there's still no talk about how they're going to implement this subscription pay monthly basis. It's very strange, and a lot of people are just deleting it anyway, like I said. So, but that is basically where VERO messed up. All in all, I think they had a good little app. You could upload your photos, you can do all your edits and stuff on it. You can upload, recommend like TV shows and books and movies and tag into places and stuff. It's strange because you couldn't just do a status update. I think that was one of their things that they wanted more like real life, so you like have to put up a picture, which is good and bad. It's not going to ruin a social network. Cause look at Instagram, for example, that is just pictures, and that's massive. So I don't think it was bad in any way. I just think it could have done with some tweaking, maybe. But they're not doing too bad. But everything's gone quietly now, so I don't think it'll last for much longer, especially if they have upgraded the servers and stuff, because that will come with a lot more cost. I can't see them running for much longer. I've still got my account, but I haven't been on it for like 5 days at least, so I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens with VERO. If anything does happen, I will let you guys know. I'm sorry I've been gone on for so long. I've just been in a bit of a mess with my student university stuff, just trying to get on top of that. But I should be alright now, so expect more videos in the future, and I will see you guys in a bit. Adios.